How's it going? I'll do another one for you. A Mercury blended lamp. This is what you we're talking about here. One of these lamps. It's 160 watt. You can add it on to two. You can add it on to 240 volts from a main wall plug socket wall from 2.5. And you can actually, this one there is Mercury blended lamp. And the other one here, it's similar like this, the 125 watt Mercury vapor metal halide, and similar compared to these two different types of lamps. Two different types, and this one you need a ballast capacitor to gear for this, because it's a 125 watt MBF metal halide. So that can not put into 240 volts, because if I do put that to 240 volts, just as there's a thing that I made for that. So I'll put this, the one that's the 125 watt metal halide, into that, because it doesn't say on the box there, it doesn't say, because this is a GE box, company GE box, but this is a Venture or something, it says on the end of that. So it's a different company here. It's a different company name on it. So I just shove it into that, because I don't want these thrown around, leaving around like that, because otherwise they just fall, they'd explode. So I'd rather put them in the box and put them up somewhere safe. Now let's get back to the other one. Now the Mercury blender lamp, it's made, what it tells you, I can see a print label on it. Yeah, blended lamp, EB, and you can 240 volts to up to 250 maximum, 160 watt, made in England, made in UK. It's a MBFT blended lamp, and as you can see with these lamps, you don't hold it up like this when it's running on, or you don't hold it that way, or you don't hold it this way. You're supposed to hold it up this way, because as you see, because the film around the arcade tube that's in it, so when the film comes on and the arcade tube, that fires up inside, and the filament knocks off, and the arcade tube takes about 4 to 5 minutes to get to the full warm brightness. So I made a standard here for the thing that faces down, and plugged in off 240 volts. But all you have to do, be careful with these type of lamps. Don't plug them in if they're not, what it says on that, says 240 volts and 250 volts. You can plug this one in, and you don't hold it like that. Like I said, you don't hold it like that, or you don't hold this way. You're supposed to hold them like that, because there's a filament on the top of the arcade tube, and because the filament, if you hold it like that, the filament goes up and it burns around the top of it on the inside. So when you hold it up like that, if you hold it like this way and the film goes up, that actually burns on this side, on the top, and burns on the side of the top. But that's where you're supposed to hold it that way. Now as you can barely, you can see inside it. There's the arcade tube. You can barely see inside it, and as you see there, there's where you can see the filament around the arcade tube. You can see the filament going around the arcade tube, and there, that's where you are. The arcade tube, metal halide in it, the metal halide in it, and you can see the filament arcade tube in it. Mercury blender lamp, 160 watt. You put add on to 240 volts, and this is because I actually got this in the car boot sale, in the market stall car boot sale, and it's just thrown around like this, and it's thrown around like this, and I picked it up, and I got this for £2. So this the box. There was no box off it. There was no box on it, so I put into this box. The box, what's called a SOX tube street light. I cut a piece off of a box, a SOX tube street light. Put that into it, so it's just to have something to put this into it, just to keep it safe, and install it somewhere to keep it safe. And because I read it on the snow here. It's a blended Mercury lamp, and it's something like that. My dad used to have something like one of these blender lamps, and the where you see there's the arcade tubing and the film going around in it, something like one of these he had, and it's not the same shape lamp as this. It was nearly the same shape as this lamp. So this is that's only a heat lamp for breeding boards, and breeding boards only a heat lamp. So he had the exact same shape lamp as this, exact same shape lamp as this, because this is separate. It was a blended lamp. Another way has a screw in and has a click-in bay cap with 3 pin on it. There's something like that. There was something like that the one he had. So something like the heat lamp that I have. But yeah, there's something like that one my dad used to have. He had the one that he put in, and has like 3 pin on it, not a screw in cap, with 3 pin on it, with a bay with 3 pin on it. Stick it into my lamp holder, and the handle of the bracket, and the two metal stands go on the ground. That's what he used to have. He used to call it the sunlight that what my dad used to have. And what he used to use that in his bedroom. He used to turn around all the time and getting the suntan over it, and getting the suntan over it all the time. Getting the colour off it all the time, because it's not very safe to have a blended lamp on. A blended lamp. My dad's, that's what I'm talking about, the one my dad used to have. It's not the same shape lamp as this, but not the one this has, because it's a blender lamp. The one he had, it was the other lamp I showed us, the heat lamp, and the one that he had in his bedroom, and he used to call it the sunlight. He used to suntan himself off that, because the suntan himself off a sunlight, it can be very dangerous. It could cause skin cancer. Also, I have 11 fluorescent tubes, 6 foot, the fatter tubes, and the T12s, 100 watts, out of the sunbeds. I have 11 of them in my stocks, in my lamps, and the T12 tubes, 6 foot, 100 watts, out of a sunbed. But when they fire them on, they just come on natural blue, because they give you the suntan. And for the out of the sunbeds that people strip off, get into the sunbed, turn the lamps on. Them sunbeds, and they like lamps out of the sunbeds that could cause skin cancer, because we don't intend to use them, because they're very dangerous to use. But that's something like the one blender lamp my dad had. He used to call it the sunlight, but that was very dangerous. That was the one that was dangerous. So he got rid of it. He got rid of it a long time ago, 25 years ago, way back in the past, and he got rid of it. At least he could have gave it to me. I could have done a video here with the other different type of blender lamp, the sunlight, that my dad used to call it himself. But he got rid of it. But he had a big box that size. He used to put the lamp in the box and close the box, the big old original box, square box. He used to put his sunlight, that he used to call it, was the blender lamp he has. It's actually like one of these. You see the arcade tube, the film around it. Now, as I say, I made the standard edge for the lamp holder and plugged in. So when I plugged in like this, now I'm going to now before I put this on straight from 240 volts, I'm going to put this on me first, in case this shatters, or in case it bangs, shatters, explode out, the breaker, the lights will go out, blow the power out. So I'll put this on first and see what happens. And switch it on, and I'll count to 3, 2, 1. Voila! Wow, look at this, how it works. And it gives about 4 minutes. Now see, as you can see, there's the arcade tube in it starting to come on with the filament around it. The filament come on around the first 160 watt filament will come on around the first. Now imagine what your power bill could be running one of these on. So I'll turn the rest of the lights off. I'll take this off because the power didn't pop, the breaker didn't pop. So I turned this other well, I turned this other light off, and you see it much better in the dark. And this basically works. Now, and I'm going to show you, well, I'm going to show you, see, this is going to change. This is going to change into a different colour. So, as you probably won't see in the camera here, because well, as you can see from, I'm looking at from standing beside the camera, I'm looking at here, you can see the arcade tube is starting to come on, and the filament around it. So you can see that, as you can see, there's a colour there, change to white, and the warm white and the cool white, and it's kind of, see, changing to a different colour. I remember, if you're out there with one of these lamps, blender lamps, stay safe, be careful. Now you can see one of the it's kind of flickering a bit, so it stops flickering, the lamp. Now you can see the different colours. I can't even look at myself, so how bright it is. So you can see it on the camera. It's probably, I don't know, it's probably waving on the camera because I can't see it with the eyes. Looking too much close of it, because it'll affect your eyes, give you allergy in the eyes. It'll affect your eyes, it'll end up with get allergy in your eyes. But you know, you can see it as it's changing to a colour from into the camera, into a blender lamp. And you can see that it goes into a different colour. It takes about 4 to 5 up to 6 minutes. How long does it take to get to the warm colour? When the arcade tube warms up. And you see, I'll pause it there and I'll get back to you now. Okay, we're back. And you can see the full brightness from it. The arcade tube is up to the full brightness, gives about up to 63 watts and goes up to the 163 watts into the arcade tube. It's 160 watt. 160 watts, 159 watt up to 159 watts. The arcade tube gets it up to the 2 point, it's up to 1% point up to 160 watt arcade tube that powers up, and how full brightness it gets. And I was watching one of these on the channels, Blender Lamp, and somebody was acting silly Billy, blowing one of these blender lamps up in the channel who I was seeing, and the fuse just blew and the power just popped with one of these blender lamps, because you have the blue wire and the brown wire goes into the lamp holder, and the earth wire was connected to the blue wire, and that's how the power just popped. The light went out, the fuse just blew, the breaker just popped, because it's the blue wire and the brown wire and the green and yellow wire, the earth was connected with the blue wire into the lamp holder. That's what happens, and blew the power out, popped the breaker. So it's only just a matter of fact, I have it here, I have a blue wire on its own and a brown wire on its own, live, neutral on its own, into the lamp holder from the 240 volts power supply, and you can from the main power from from 240 volts into that. So there you go. You're looking to see how bright this is, because it gets about 500 Celsius degrees off it You wouldn't want to put your hand on, put your hand on one of these when it's running on like that. Not when it's running on like that. It could scald the hand off you very easy, because it's up to 500 Celsius degrees off. I can put me doing this with my hand, not tipping off the lamp with me bare hands, because you'll actually scald the hand off it. It'll burn straight through your hand, because it's 500 Celsius degrees off it, and I can feel the heat coming on me both hands. Me have both hands is close to it, not tipping off the lamp. So the problem is, I can see the arcade tube is fired up to full brightness. Now you can see there's a bit of wire coming down here in the lamp, and you can see the filament going around it, the warm white colour filament. So the arcade tube has took over the filament, got to the full brightness like this, and you can see it glaring off my hand. I can see the glaring off along here, the deflection all along here, and the flexion of my hand is not touching. I can feel the heat off it, because you wouldn't want to put your hand, like I said a few minutes ago, you wouldn't want to put your hand on it when it's running, not once running on like this. So I'll turn the other lights back on. And I'll turn the other lights on and back on, and I'm going to count it out now. 3, 2, 1, and cut out. And I'm going to leave it there for a few minutes and let this cool down. Now if I was to turn it back on again, now I'm turning it on again, it just won't do that, because it's overheated, because you have to wait and it cools down first before it knocks back on. Because I turn it on again, you won't come back on. No, knocking it off again, because once it's overheated, it won't go back on until it cools down first. So that's that anyway. So so that's that anyway. So I hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching and listen.